To the hottest hour, lunch talk on WCCR 590 AM City College Radio, with new hip hop, R&B, reggae, indie and old school. You're listening in.
And happy Tuesday, everyone that's tuning in. It is the hottest hour, lunch talk, here with your girl, Cher Ferguson. It's 1:07. I'm a little late today, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on City College campus, of course. Shout out to all the students here on campus. The semester is coming to an end. So guys, listen, we only have 3 more weeks left of classes. We're going to buckle down. We're going to get to our finals. We're going to pass our finals, and we're going to get ready for the holidays and turn up. Okay, guys? I know y'all stressed out, but listen, the semester is almost over. So be patient, and we'll get there. Other than that, this is your girl, Cher Ferguson, and this is the hottest hour lunch talk. I'm going to jump into some quick music really quick. This is the City Girls Twerk. Stay tuned to the hottest hour. I can't wait to get in tune today. Let's get it.
Throw that, twerk it, take that, bounce
that. And we are back live here at WCCR 590 AM Radio Lunch Talk. This is the hottest hour with your girl, Cher Ferguson. I'm so happy to be back. I took a break last week because this is the mid-season of the show, and I'm so excited for the rest of the season and everything that I have in store for you guys. So let's get into it with that. Other than that, guys, today I will be having a special guest. He will be here. His name is Fr Easy, and he will be here today. He's a musical artist out of Brooklyn. Shout out to Hadiza and her brand for hooking me up with this interview. I really appreciate it. So that will be later on in the show. We will have our special guest, and we will do a full interview. On the topic of today, we can just jump right into that. And I want to hear from everyone that's listening today. Everyone on my Facebook Live, my Instagram Live, and here at City College. You guys can call in. The number is listed below. And, let me know what you think of the topic of the day. So the number is 212-650-8171. We'll just talk about, your opinion on today's topic, and do you agree or disagree, or what's your thoughts? So let's get into today's topic. So today's topic of today is fashion talk. So I'm so excited about fashion talk because we're going to talk about how does fashion influence hip hop. So this is a dope topic because hip hop has been around since the late 70s, 80s, and I know fashion has grown with hip hop, and it has a big influence on today's generation and today's musical artists. So I want to get into all of that now. So I'm so excited for today and everything that we're going to talk about because hip hop and fashion are the two things that I love so much. So this past week, I came up with the topic last week, but this week I was reading an article in The Source magazine, and I just couldn't put it down. I couldn't stop reading it. And it was just about how important, is fashion and so on and so forth. So in the article, it just named a few points on how, hip hop has grown over the years and how fashion has played a big part in hip hop and how it's all coming together now, how some of the top, designers now like Balenciaga, Gucci, Valentino, a list goes on, they collab a lot with the 2018 new artists. They want to bring a lot of hip hop artists onto their fashion platforms, and they want to use it to, connect with the culture. So I'm excited about that. I love when, fashion connects with the culture and when fashion is just overall a statement. So let's just get into that. So I want to talk about how important is fashion. So for me, fashion is like top of the line, dope. I love fashion, even if it's like the littlest thing. I just like to look nice every day and feel good when I'm doing it. So, how important is fashion to you? So, many people go day by day by making sure that fashion is their statement, making sure like fashion is like everything throughout their lives, or they become a fashion designer, fashion critic. But on a day-to-day, life like mine, I think fashion is a key to success. And to look presentable and have a sense of your fashion style, it'll get you far in life. So I got this quote from the article, and I wanted to share with the listeners today. This quote was from an author named Romero, but she wrote a book called Freestyling: How Hip Hop Changed the Fashion Industry. And she's an author she was a professor here at City College, and she wrote this book. And the quote in the source article she said was, "Fashion was a way to showcase your aspirations or your abilities to make it or not." So that right there says it all. Like within hip hop, within fashion, within culture, like fashion is your way to showcase your aspirations or your abilities. So, the way you look presents to people who you are. It doesn't mean you have to wear like high fashion, expensive clothes. But if you know your sense of style and you're, in tune with it, it'll all flow. So, why not let it all flow and embrace your fashion? I love fashion, so I know you guys do too. So that was just on the part of how important was fashion. So, now let's talk about the culture and let's talk about how fashion has grown over the years in hip hop and how important it is now and how important it was back then. So overall, fashion has always been an important part of the hip hop identity because fashion has always been an important part of the Black identity in America. For example, the way we dress are a part of who we are. So fashion has always been a big part of the hip hop identity. So if we wanted to take it all the way back, let's take it back to the old school. And, back then everybody wore baggy pants, everything was hot. Like even the baggy style is still coming back, but, everyone had their own sense of style, big rope chains and things like that. When Salt and Pepper was coming up, their jackets and their style and their jewelry was a big, statement inside the hip hop industry. So over the years, the culture has grown. So leading up to right now in 2018, we see a lot of different things, a lot of different people, a lot of different statements, and a lot of different fashion, So overall, in the hip hop community, everyone has embraced fashion. So in the recent years, we have seen a lot of people, talking about Balmain, Saint Laurent, and so on and so forth. So with embracing your hip hop, culture and your fashion, you gain a sense of, who you are as an artist. For example, a lot of hip hop artists nowadays, they embrace their, their hip hop fashion and they kind of mimic off of their aesthetics as a Black person or their culture. So what's a trend now that's in? Well, Balmain is a trend, but not only that, Gucci is a big trend in the hip hop industry. We see a lot of videos with Gucci and everything like that. A lot of flashy, and a lot of people remember these fashion designers and actually go out and want to wear them, actually want to connect with them, and want to support them. So why not? So on the topic of today, which is fashion in the hip hop industry, we have a lot more to talk about. And I want to hear from you guys that's listening in. I want to know what you guys think about fashion and hip hop industry. Do you guys think it's too much? Do you guys think it's just, grown overall into the culture of hip hop. I want to know your thoughts. So you guys can for sure call in now and let me know, or you can leave a comment on my Facebook Live or my Instagram Live. Thank you to everyone tuned in. Right now, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get into some music really quickly, and then we're going to come back with more lunch talk on fashion and hip hop. So everybody stay tuned and come back and listen to more. This is the hottest hour lunch talks with your girl, Cher Ferguson. Here we go. Shout out Mikkel Music. So the same to be said for luxury Italian brand Gucci and other brands that have partnered with up and coming or designers that have been around for years. So for example, like Dapper Dan, shout out to Harlem, shout out to Dapper Dan. He collaborated with Gucci and they partnered together on a new collection. It's in stores now. It's pretty pricey, but Dapper Dan has been around for so many years that he is an underground designer from Harlem, and he just recently did a collab with Gucci, and it was a statement for the hip hop community, not only the hip hop community, but also the Black community and culture across the board, because Dapper Dan has been around for so many years, creating so many dope clothes that everyone loves so much in Harlem or around the world, that Gucci acknowledged them and acknowledged the culture and acknowledged the Black community and partnered with Dapper Dan. So shout out to Dapper Dan, shout out to Harlem, because that was a big statement, and it's a good look for everyone in Harlem. On another note, we have artists in the hip hop industry that have made songs, to reflect designers. Like Jay-Z, he came out with Tom Ford, and that was a big hit for him. I even like that song, Tom Ford, and so on and so forth. So, hip hop has played a big impact on the fashion industry, and one hand washes the other. So in hip hop, you have a whole bunch of like dope artists that want to, showcase who they are, who want to explain their sense of style through their, through their personality, and they want to give it back to the world. And across the board with fashion is an overall statement. And once someone, meets you, see you, the first thing would definitely be your sense of style. I'm not saying you need to purchase high price items. I'm just saying your sense of style and your sense of fashion will get you farther. But on the other note, guys, we are here and we are live at the hottest hour lunch talk, and I can't wait for my special guest to get here. So you guys have to stay tuned for that, because the interview will be coming up really soon. So stay tuned. I don't want you guys to miss this. Right now, we are going to get into some music. I have Tiana Taylor's new album here, and I want to spin it. You're Gonna Love Me is one of the songs that I really like. Tiana Taylor's album is so dope. Once again, shout out Harlem. We are live. We are here, and it's the hottest hour lunch talks with your girl, Cher Ferguson. Guys, stay tuned for the dope interview in just a second. We will be back with more.